Hello, everybody, and welcome back to One More Match, a time where we decide to hit the biggest party of the summer as we're reviewing SummerSlam 2006, just to continue the New Breed Unleashed podcast, just have an extra little bonus thing for everybody to look forward to, especially when this fucking podcast was, just this show in general, fucking cheeks. Absolute cheeks. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Yeah, terrible. And I do not want to watch it again. There was an okay match on today. That being Cena, Edge, and I'm not gonna believe that Big Show and Sabu, they actually delivered.
Yeah.
Everything else was just either or why that happened. Ash reminded me that there was only one clean finish for a card, and will you guess it by the time we get to that? Spoilers gonna be in about one match.
3 to 5 business days. But yeah, so it is SummerSlam. The things we saw last pay-per-view we covered was the Great American Bash, which is obviously where Chavo turned on Ray with that insane chair shot. And Booker, did he defend his belt? Did he win the belt?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won the belt. That's when Chavo turned on Ray. So it's the follow-up to that. If you didn't watch our Great American Bash bonus edition, it was cheeks. It was not good. I suppose I should address it though. What the fuck are we wearing?
And biggest party. Ash is gonna pick Foley, his favorite wrestler. He's also gonna Tommy Dreamer, I guess. He's wearing like an ICW t-shirt, as you can see here on this area. And then you come to me, I'm just gonna look at this, lad. Look at this. But I am cosplaying as Darby Allin, maybe, if he was gay or something. I don't know what this look is. I come up with the idea. I found the denim short, and I will tell you, lad, don't be surprised if you hear a rip during halfway through this recording. I don't know what I came as. Actually, from dress, this heavy for SummerSlam, and I think I look a hip.
Yeah, you look like a knob. Is the real fucking answer to that one.
Guys, I think climate change is not a bad
it's
idea.
Like he even pulled up in that look coming off the train to get here. So it's like
on the Saturday.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I suppose for the ECW brethren, obviously the main match we're looking forward to is Big Show versus Sabu. But otherwise, it's a pretty ECW look card, and it wasn't really thought of or looked after, I guess.
But I have some my brothers, just like that guy had the 10 commandments. I have the
what fucking God?
Yeah, 1, 2. I have the 4 commandments, and so this goes to TNA on August 16th. Probably recorded a week behind, just TNA pre-tape. The matches were Chris Tape, Jay Lee, Sanjay Dutt versus P.T. Williams and Paparazzi Production. Now you may be going, well, Kevin Nash actually wrestling as shit. No. And Ash is blonde.
I am.
You're dark blonde. You're in my glass.
I
am. And obviously, in TNA, do we make Paparazzi Productions win? Oh yeah, the guy teaming with Alex Shelley is Johnny Devine, who stuck around TNA for just a while. He was essentially the Tommy Dreamer of TNA.
Who the fuck is Johnny Devine?
Google him. He's fucking. I don't want to say mid-carder. He's not. Well, he's definitely a mid-carder. But he was in TNA for a while. He was just nothing.
Was he Lance White's mate?
Yeah, no, that was Jimmy Rave.
Yeah, my bad.
I believe he might have been in Team Canada, or like one of the reincarnations of it for this. And he basically turned on the X Division side with Alex Shelley. You might know him because he believe he sided with the Dudleys in like 08 when Dudleys were like, we hate the X Division. We're great wrestlers, and and Bubba can barely pull up the shot. So like, and the other match, of course, what is this? Jay Stevens, all right, defeated PG James, so that's
Road Dogg.
Road Dogg. I confused the two because I was thinking PG is Billy Gunn because it would make more sense. And Chris Harris with Gail Kim and Kazarian. Kazarian, fucking the Elite Hunter.
Each time we go through TNA, I question. It's like, oh, would you pick WWE or TNA? I'd still pick TNA. I mean, I'd still pick WWE. Fuck TNA at the time. Sound shit.
And right, it gets interesting. In an NWA World Tag Team Title Contendership 4-way match. All right, and the final, the main event, is actually, so the previous two matches, the Chris Evans match went for 8 minutes and 2 seconds. The Jay Stevens match went for 2 minutes 30, TNA, and the Small Joe match against Ron Killings went for 10 minutes and 8 seconds. So like, these are 60-minute fill, get everyone on the card,
Yeah.
and which is a great ideology, but yeah, TNA's not. TNA's needing him up first, and we all know who that is.
Exactly. But let's actually take a dive into SummerSlam. What was the first match on the card? It was a dark match. It was Carlito defeating Rob Conway in 4 minutes 20. I don't know if this is like Rob Conway with the fucking just
Gotta be, it's in SBR 06, so it's gonna be
like it's just the shittest. It's like they wanted to recreate Buff Bagwell, but it just didn't work because no one's getting excited for a fucking jazz dude, Like if it's like fucking, like they played like hit the road Jack plays fucking something with some like fucking kick to it, not fucking just look at me.
obviously, like, great, famously, like, Grado came out with 99 Problems. He could have came out with that, Buff Bagwell, he could have come out with a Muscle Song. Like, Jim Johnson is still kicking around, the music's not done shit yet. It goes a bit stale entering the 2010s, but he is still in his not his peak,
Relative prime.
but not relative prime. He's slowly falling off, but he's still producing some bangers.
More of an optimist person. Where's the Discord fucking drunk? But need it. Yeah, alright, that's enough of that. No one cares about Rob Conway, even me, and I find the theme funny. The first match is the right for Eddie Guerrero, in a sense. Like, no, he's my uncle. It's like, yeah, but he's my friend. Yeah, but he's mine. It's like, guys, come on. Still dead, like, fucking...
So I want to just paint a picture, right? So he died in November, I believe November 11th, I want to say, around November 11th, Eddie Guerrero, right? So this is, nearly a full calendar year has gone by, and they're literally going, Eddie, 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 Eddie. Oh, do you know that guy? Do you know that guy who died? Eddie Guerrero, yeah. He's best friends with him. Oh, actually, do you know that guy, Eddie Guerrero? Trav was great friends with him. He was his uncle. Oh, Eddie Guerrero, who's married to Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, it's I appreciate them just not just forgetting that he exists. That did tend to happen with some other people, like reasonably so. Also, like the fucking Owen Hart, where he just got fucking never mentioned again.
The only thing I like with the Owen Hart thing is the fact Vince McMahon. Like, I don't like the what happened, I hate it. But I love how Vince was like, yeah, Martha, the money that you want for Owen Hart's death, yeah, you can't get it. Well, he didn't show up to work, but he died in your ring. He didn't show up to work, but he died in your ring. No, you're not understanding me. He didn't show up to work. It's just like Vince will whitewash what he can and what he can't do.
It's like, how was Owen Hart the Blue Blazer?
Yeah, he just has someone dressed up his own Hart. He's like, he has Bruce Hart dressed up.
But yeah, so the first match is essentially it's the Eddie pissing contest, it's the penis measuring competition. Like, no, but he liked me more No. He wafted the bed after I parted. All right, jeez, come on, love me more, my Eddie. And
Eddie
it
Mo.
goes 11 minutes. It is a back and forth, nice little kind of lucha match, honestly. And the surprise comes as Vicky comes down and says, "Hey, we can't stop fucking fight, having a scream, having a moan, spewing everything, not good." And in the end, Vicky cost Ray the match because Ray's about to hit probably a frog splash or something. Vicky jumps on the ropes, and makes Ray fall, so he crotches himself, and then Chavo fucking hits his own to beat fucking Rey Mysterio. He's not long been the fucking world champion for fuck. I know Ray did get very right, but fuck me, losing to Chavo, like it's not. It isn't a clean finish, but he still beat Rey Mysterio, man.
The one problem you have from this is imagine Raw. Like, it's not going to be the exact same because this is going to be a long title I'm comparing to. It's literally like a Roman Reigns after 4 years, like loses to Cody, and then on the next one page two, he fucking loses to Von Wagner. Like it is that equivalent where it's like he was your world champion. It's like how they push Daniel Bryan, where it's like, oh, you want Bryan in the Rumble? I hear Roman. Bryan, Roman, bro. Yeah, it's like yeah, I'm getting what I want, and it's just like it's so sad because we all know had Eddie lived past 2005, Ray would not be in this position. He would still be floundering in the mid card
Yeah,
in the
and it's like
cruiserweight.
in the end they gave him his like technical WWE title win, but he had it for, like 5 minutes. Still Cena beat him, so
My my
that was a fun one.
my problem is it's so funny because WWE definitely are trying to find the next stereo, and if you want proof, literally Sin Cara, Kalisto, the 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 the, the Los Matadores, I guess. Um, pushing that one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, like.
Ricochet, I guess you could include him.
Well, they're looking for that like flash in American like, Mexican star.
Yeah, yeah,
They tried it with fucking Del Patri. They tried it with fucking Andrade a little bit,
and give up.
and eventually they just realized Rey Mysterio is inevitable. And as long as he keeps getting fucking stem cells banged into his knee, he's gonna go to fucking rock.
Ray, I you definitely want to end up like Flair, but just one more guy. One, your knees are fucked. Right? One
Like
more.
it's genuinely impressive how the stem like why am I guess it's because it is fairly expensive, right? To get like the stem cell implant, but like fuck me, he's still wrestling like he's 30. Wild.
Like, honestly, it's just like his. I,
Like
I
he looks better now than he does fucking 20 years ago.
does,
Like what's the fucking
it's like what's it called?
the hubbub bub?
Uh, it, it's basically like Ray was never considered a big guy in WWE. They didn't want him to be the big guy. It's just when they went, oh, the guy we wanted John Michael to face is Jay. Vince, you get in here and Mysterio, you just insert to the match, and that's it. That's basically it. I think I know what happens next. Vicky Guerrero does side with Chavo, and it's maybe Benoit comes back. I think he's involved with that somehow, because the whole we hugged the WrestleMania 20, but that doesn't exist anymore, obvious reasons. Um, so yeah, he's so like obviously Benoit gets involved, so it just then it's a four-way of no, he's my friend, no, he's my friend, no, he's my uncle, no, he's my husband. Uh, oh, it's just it's how I describe it now. If you want a really much, it's like if they continued Bray, if they had Bo Dallas carry the legacy of Bray Wyatt and just kept going. He's doing what Bray wanted him to do. He's doing what Bray did. He's doing Bray Wyatt stuff, and it's can we not just let Wyndham return
Yeah, just
retire peacefully?
just let stuff die.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like it when like I don't mind if you go. This match is for my nan. She was 53 when she died, and I will do this match for her. I don't mind that. But if your literally whole thing is, I win this match for you, Eddie Guerrero, because I know up in heaven you're watching. He's not watching. He's in the bar, fucking doing the Viva La Rosa. He's fighting the giant haystacks up in heaven. If giant haystacks actually get on the airplane to heaven, that's another question.
Good for him, for John Asack. Obviously, well deserved. Obviously, he fucking massive. Like he was American sized, but he fucking lived in Britain. Like fuck me.
What was he going to? That's my question. Where was he going to get all the fast food?
I know.
He just going to a chippy like, and they're fuck, reinstate the door.
I mean, absolute. I don't know. All that dodge, all this dodge, break shit. But yeah. So Chavo has picked up not a clean victory against Ray, but a victory nonetheless, which is pretty fucking big. A pretty big deal. Even though we know Chavo's not really going, like his stock's not really going to rate higher, just going to evolve.
He just become a WWE World Champion, which many
Exactly.
people can't say.
Exactly. Yeah, it was an alright match. Honestly, it was nice back and forth. Chavo and Ray have good chemistry, and it was, it was a refreshing, more cruiserweight style match. That was otherwise, like
Mediocre.
there's a spot where it looks like Chavo wants to powerbomb Ray off the top rope to the outside. Like fuck yeah, gee.
It's like that one. Excuse me. It's that one move Frank Hobbs wanted to do, where doing the German, and he wants to do the out. He's just not gonna happen. But you know, one wrestler will take it. We know one wrestler today who would take the German spot and would take that power bomb off the top rope to the outside. No padding needed, and it's Darby Allin. He'd be like, Darby, do you want to do this spot? Oh, mate, I already agreed. You didn't have to tell me. I just agreed.
Yeah.
I'll do it, mate. I'm not expecting Rey Mysterio to do it. He's like, whose knees are already banged at this.
Yeah.
He's only about 4 surgery and he's dead.
Both need to defend. But yeah, so next up we have our ECW champion, Big Show, facing Sabu in Extreme match. This match was a very textbook Sabu match. There was stuff set up for Sabu to do a move off. Half the time he slipped over, but they weren't botched it. He was just filled into a bigger moment. Is what I believe Sabu said in his book. She can't.
Yeah. But he also said something else that I hate that fucking test fun. Fuck him. Fuck test. I'm glad he's dead. Alright, Sabu. Calm down.
Alright, mate. You spent half your career not talking. Now you can't shut the fuck now.
It's like Jericho. I love Jericho whenever he's. I don't like the word botch. We're a live entertainer. And when someone says, oh, I botched, that's just not fair, because we go out there and do it like botch. Yeah, but a fan can't call it a botch. You can't tell a fan not to call it a botch. It's just funny because Jericho's become everything he hated. It's just fun.
But yeah, it's a nice back and forth match. Honestly, kind of, it's that ECW level of shit where it's still somewhat enjoyable. Like, it doesn't even taste that bad. You're kind of like, it's alright. Could eat more, could eat less. Like, on the day, might like it, might not. Final spot is a Sabu DDT through a table set up against two stairs, but then fucking Big Show chokeslam Sabu table anyways, and proceeds to retain the ECW title. And then he looks at the camera and just looks like fucking fed up with life.
Big Show or Sabu?
Big Show. He's supposed to be like, oh yeah, I fucking won. I won the world title. Still. And then he just looked at the camera like.
Well, he knows what's coming up in September. Does his art getting exposed at live TV, live pay-per-view, live cable?
I too would get quite upset about that. But it was an 8-minute match. What did you think of it?
It's so weird because you're not going to believe this, guys, but if you got the answer correct, this is the only match without a false finish. Unless you want to get picky and say Ric Flair and Foley.
It was still
they had two false finishes actually, but again, that's here. Um, so like, I just, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. It's just Big Show, but fast. Like he's just he, like me walking up the stairs. He's got and like, oh, Big Show. You only raised your hand. Like it's no wonder they fired him. Like they fired him late in the year because he's just he's like what's that toy from Toy Story 2 who's like on the shelf like abandoned.
Wheezy?
He's Wheezy. He's just maybe they'll fix my squeaker box. Maybe they'll fix. We're sending you to OVW and you're fired. Oh, oh, come back when you're fucking fit.
Yeah.
And then he fights. I know I was gonna say Muhammad Ali. He fights Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm I'm looking. I like the Big Show and I like his world title run. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting past this immediate like phase, and I want to see it develop a little bit, and like to still give a shit. I need a bit more to actually enjoy, and I hope that this is the last match with Sabu. It's been alright, it's been a decent run, but I- like I like Sabu, he's alright. I don't like the match.
Again, ECW is that kind of culture where it. I don't want to say it's like skateboarding, but it is kind of that kind of thing where you have to get into it to enjoy it. And so the problem is they relaunched ECW and people were expecting hardcore, icon, ECW, New Jack maybe. Oh no, New Jack, not even on a WWE show, no New Jack. And like, so they were expecting all this like hype, and then slowly get it, slowly unravel the present. You're like, oh, it's a Stretch Armstrong. Eh.
Yeah, like it's just
It, it,
it's unenthusiastic. It's wide, but wide.
it's like right. So funny. We're in August. We started this in June. Technically, if you're looking at the page like standpoint. We started this in June 2006, and it's in August 2006, and Vince is already given up. I can tell.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like you see the angles where Paul Heyman's clearly wanting like this new look ECW angle, fucking that. But what Vince wants is Big Show. So you gotta take what you can get, really. But
it's
I think he's doing a good job of what he's been.
yeah. I don't feel like he's the right to be the second ECW
No,
champion.
no.
Like if they waited about 2 more months, let's just say September, and temporarily put the belt to Sabu. I know people are not a fan of Sabu's matches. It's for some people, not for all. But they put the belt on Sabu because RVD got um so then I can see why people might respect it better. But the fact you literally went, oh, your guys tie brawl. There you go. Fuck you. My tie war. Big Show's winning, and it's been you're trying to win this new audience. Why not put the established talent on your show and showcase them, and then eventually rope them fans back in by going, well, you've gotten your tie. So you've got ECW for 6 months of Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, RED, Roadkill, Jerry Lynn, and then slowly go, well, here's Big Show, here's Bobby Lashley, here's CM Punk.
Yeah, like the way you do it, you obviously bring back the old, weave in the new. So at some point when you realise the old are fairly one-dimensional, not very good, you start to have all these new toys. Like, oh well, yeah, no, it's still exciting, and that's what they have generally tried to do, like by bringing a Punk, by bringing Kevin on.
Mark Carvana in January.
But like that's what the idea was. It just I feel like the pacing of the show is off, and they don't really like. The, I describe it as the like unenthusiastic part, where it's like, oh baby, really hot, you like fucking suck on a dildo or whatever, and then the part like, yeah, 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 You like that?
They've got you sucking on a dildo, man.
But like, it is just that like emotionally unavailable part. Right? Oh, let's talk about the future. You want to be? It's like I don't. Stop fucking asking me questions, please. Can't handle it.
It's just like, what do you do with these? I know we're only in August, like, in this course till 2010. So you're either here for a short while or in for a long haul. With us, depending how far we want to get into and then go, no, we don't like it.
And then Game Show NXT.
Ash is just gonna slowly be like, yeah, Game Show NXT. W failed us 6 months. NXT
No,
said to me about,
I feel like I'm at the top. It's become big.
but like, I don't know how to feel about it because Vince is clearly not trying to establish, like, not trying to build a brand, just trying to make who he wants over, and and pushing out Heyman, who's trying to give a direction of what fans want, which is kind of essentially what TNA would be. I know we shit on TNA because of the match structure and
I mean, it's kind of it's a thing. Like, I mean, it's like relevant right now. It's a thing in wrestling where are you building it to be successful, or are you building it to make money? And ECW is not really being made to be either. So,
I see who. I wonder who said that. That could have been any wrestler ever. We never will
but
know.
it's just are you building it to be successful, or are you building it to make money? And at this current point, there's the like ingredient that make a good show, really interesting angle, and something that will completely separate it and be unique. Or you could do what you're currently doing, which is a watered down version of ECW in the WWE way, and it's just it's not really like the hardcore ECW fans don't like it. WWE fans don't like it. Shit. Like who is this appealing to?
I know people don't like the name because of the recent allegations, but Mr. Blunt thought he did a great, like, rebooking of how you would do ECW. I know he's a very weird person in terms of, like, you have to be like to be in on whether you like his booking style of how he would book it, because he's very WWE centric booking. Like, he cannot book AEW. I know he's not no longer with Wrestle Talk, but he did a great, like, this is how I would have done ECW. Have it in this arena, have it be its own show like NXT. I could have succeeded, but we're on to I guess you could say, the main event.
Yeah, the old decline.
We're going from,
And this is essentially where the show declined as a whole, as it goes from, even a slight high, a moderate high, like, sniffs and poppers, like, oh yeah, it feels good, and then like someone like got some fucking smelling salts, like, oh fucking hell, what's that? Like, you just nodding off, just oh fuck. And that's how I describe Hulk Hogan versus Randy Orton in 2006.
also the Big Show match went for 8 minutes and 31 seconds. But I don't know where to start with this, because I want to say 2005, maybe and also definitely 06 Hogan is like Undertaker in 2019, where it's like, that match with Bill Goldberg didn't succeed, but Vince, just give me one more match, I can do it. What do you mean it's a tag team match? Oh, I'm hurt now. Oh, can I wrestle GX? Oh, like, it's essentially that, is like where Hogan's like, Vince, I know you built Randy Orton, and I would be the ultimate person to, like, kill, essentially, because he's the legend killer. Would be Hogan, because obviously you can't get people like Bruno Sammartino. He's not coming back to wrestle a match. He's like 60 or 70 at this point.
And he's also fucking hate he got fucked over by the most loyal fucking
True. And so like, it's just Hogan his way to a match, because now I thought this match, like, it's bad. I thought it was much worse, like, from what I heard. But like, it's a nothing match. It's
it,
not bad. It's not good.
it's a very technical brand of punch, kick, wrestle, punch.
And
RKO. Hogan obviously kicked out the RKO. And she to stand up, do his fucking 5 moves of doom, and leg drop Randy Orton. The legend killer cannot kill Hulk Hogan.
not even God can kill Hogan.
He's trying.
He's been
trying for a long while.
It's been Hogan and Flair he's been trying to kill.
Yeah.
But like the problem is you're doing a Randy Orton match and a Hogan match in 05 or an 06, where it's like, oh Hogan, we have to lay on your back. Oh Vince, how much is that check? Oh, all of a sudden my back's in so much pain. Right, you have to land on your knees. Oh, you see, the right knee just it's a bit dodgy. So can we just do headlock and wrestle? Like Hogan, why are we paying you?
Yeah.
And it's
You pay fair shit for us to do
like it is basically Orton like headlock match. Make the Hogan gone, have a gammy knee, my back's gone, my hairline's bladed on me. It's literally it's a Hogan match, and it's so sad. The crowd are loving it. They're going, yeah, Hogan. Some guy's got a tattoo of Hogan on his back. Betty regrets that now, but um, so like, so I understand. We are obviously watching from Spectrum 24, so we also, well, Ash probably grew up with it. He would have been about 6 or 7 at the time. I obviously would have been 3.
watch that time period, but
Yeah, but you could have watched it, is what I'm trying to get across. But I would have literally been watching Max and Ruby or the Jay Pilot show or whatever the little Jay planes the face on them. So it's like it. I understand Hogan is such an aura, and like Hogan is the biggest guy in wrestling. He is. He quite literally. I don't want to say save wrestling, but he did literally bring wrestling into a new
I mean
groove.
his yeah, exactly.
And you can say we're sucking Hogan's cock, but if you don't admit that, you're an idiot because he is.
Just choose to look away from the truth. Yeah, Hulk Hogan was super influential and managed to kind of take in wrestling to a new era. And been involved in a lot of the integrity part, like his like genuine Hulkmania run at the start, fucking gangbusters, then obviously the end of both stuff, and even then so extending his legacy a little. Like Hogan did a lot for wrestling. Same thing.
It,
It is a shame, but
it,
I don't fuck the race.
the thing is, Hogan has his way of how he wants it. He wants his mates involved. He wants everyone involved. He wants all his friends frolic around the garden, happy time, and then you're like, Hogan, you're 60 here.
Then toilet paper. Hulk Hogan.
I'm on the toilet, healthy brother. H.A. And so it's just, we obviously didn't grow up with Hogan unless we were watching TNA, but even then, you can't say that's prime Hogan. 2002 is pushing it, Hogan. And like, it's so weird because I don't understand this. This guy can barely. He he he's literally you know that guy in SpongeBob who has all his arms broken in his leg.
My leg.
Like he's literally in a cast like that.
Yeah.
That's Hogan. Hogan's like his right knee's gammy, his left knee's about hanging on by a thread. His arm is dead. His wrist is gone. Like he's literally gone. Like Taker in his last year, active as an active wrestler, not including the boneyard match where you could work around it.
We'll just add. Was this a screwy finish?
Hogan got his foot on the rope. Orton hits the RKO. The ref goes 1, 2. Hogan gets his foot on the rope, and the referee goes 3. Then Orton goes, "Yeah, I beat Hulkamania. What you gonna do, Hogan? You racist bollock." We don't know he's a racist then. But and he's like, "Yeah, I beat Hulk Hogan. Woo." The referee says, "No. You did not beat Hulk Hogan. You did not beat him. You did not beat him. He's Hulk Hogan. You cannot beat Hulk." And basically, it's the entire, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, brother, you."
Yeah.
It's the Terry Bollea special, basically. He comes back, he beats up, he gets the win, and it's a screwy finish, I want to say. It's just, it's protecting Orton, but at the same time, you could have put an extra stack
Yeah, exactly. You
zeros
could
on that.
add an extra bit to let you feel like you. It was 10 minutes. It was shit. Nothing. It, it was truly the dawn of shit.
I do want to say I don't know if it's true. One of my favorite stories I heard is apparently at WrestleMania 36, for the pandemic, when Hogan was supposed to win, Andre Battle Royal, and I'm just like, imagine him just going to Andre's grave, did it for your brother, did it for you, Oops,
And then
acknowledge me.
Hogan and right.
Just imagine Hogan, imagine like he's like Eddie Guerrero dies, he just goes, oh, brother, it's Eddie Guerrero. I was great friends with Eddie. You know, I was in Japan. I was in ECW.
But keeping it on the next up, we have Ric Flair beating Mick Foley. I quit match. Another match never really got started. Ric Flair bleeded early on. So did Mick, and kind of all divulges where the segment heading into it, Lena saying, "I don't," is what she said, kind of like perking up. What do you mean you? Fuck? And it seemed to have done its job. He gets fired up, but then in the end, he's just laid on his back. Feels like 10 minutes, and then he quits because Ric Flair's about to back the.
Probably the first time Ric Flair's called. Like, but yeah, this the first ball finish is he takes, so you're looking through a Darby Allin like lens. He takes safe, but in reality not safe home off the apron where his where he can't get in trouble with his wife. He's saved by a trash can. He's not. He just hits the
Too
trash can.
far out.
He lands head first and then the ref. No, stop. The second time is Salinas is like this for him and throws in the towel and says, you're not saying I quit until you say I quit. This isn't a match, but I want you to say I quit. And then like literally as the referee rings the bell again, he holds up the barbed wire and he's like, I'm gonna fucking deck you, Selena. I'm gonna deck you, you bitch. Now get there and touch my helicopter. And like probably what he was gonna say, but obviously on live TV he can't. And obviously he was holding it, and then falling. I quit, Flair.
Yeah, like going to hit her.
Yeah.
Not just hold, not looking intimidating with the back. That's like he went to fucking attack. Yeah, Mel. This match at 13 minutes, 12 seconds. These matches, they were all pretty much 10 minutes, but fuck me, it felt like it was about 25. Like, these matches are at snail pace, slowly going. I wonder what the average age of the card is, because I don't feel like any of these guys fucking at all.
Orton would be 24 when he won belt.
He would be like.
He'd be like 26. Chavo was in WCW, so he's probably like. Yeah. Rob Conway definitely.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. No.
But like half the roster's young, half the roster's old. But this is a TNA card, and if you want to know what I mean by that, it's when TNA went, well, we signed Mick Foley, we have Sting. Never seen Mick Foley and Sting in the same ring in the past year.
Yeah.
I know you're in your 50s and past your prime, but Sting could still kind of go. But
not in the way they want.
Dixie saw completely different. He saw 96. And they were like, yeah, go out there and rest, guys, for prime.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't mind for players like Ruthless Aggression Run. I like it. Famously being said that it's because Finn's forced the first time that they went to TNA, because for people who don't know, Flair is a mad one. He he apparently now wants to retire in 08. He kind of still wants to go at 50. And that's why he went to TNA. And he regrets going to TNA and took the final match. And then did a third final match. not until he fucked up the second final match.
And then immediately after his final match, he went, well, I've done it outside of America.
It's literally a turtle coming out of its shell, but the shell's like battered through. That is literally fair. He's a sniveling old man who's completely dead, all full of
Yeah.
And seeing Flair,
still needs the money because he's had about 17 divorces. Who knows, Ric Flair probably has a problem with women.
I don't know. Only if there was a documentary about it.
Yeah, I mean, my Dreamer would still be saying, just.
Before I get back to my point on Ric Flair, you can't offend a wrestler based on their character on screen.
No.
Like, you don't look at Benoit and go, oh, Benoit, it's Benoit. Like, we've seen what he did. He's the Rabbit Wolverine. He did Piffle Sabu. Like, it's Benoit. Like, what do you think? No. He's a murderer. I know Flair is not on the same level, but he did assault a woman. He's the nature boy.
And that was only the one that was bought.
He's the nature boy, and it's like, yeah, no matter if he's the nature boy, you don't look at Savile and go, oh, he's the guy who did Jim Will Fix It. So, we'll exclude him because he was a TV presenter. No, you take everything head on. And it's just the problem I have with Dreamer being like, it's Flair, yay. No, address the serious allegations.
But, I mean, it's a very wrestling thing to be like, oh, it's fun. It's just character.
It's all character. But going back to Flair, it's weird because I do like Flair's final run in 08 where he's like beating MVP of all people, and it's literally Shawn Michaels, I'm gonna put you down, Flair. I'm gonna put you down, you old. Get in that fucking grave. I have to. And Flair reportedly hated it.
Genuine, just old yellow.
But the problem is, whenever you shoot the dog, it just gets up.
Yeah, true. He can't be stopped. But that's enough. It's more time than I want to dedicate. Keep it moving though. The next match is Batista vs King Booker in his first title defense, as far as we know. And remember that the previous match was very finished, and this match is no. This match ended in a disqualification because Queen Charlotte jumped on Booker back with Batista. Classic WWE. Plus aggression.
The greatest in period, guys.
Like, just who cares? I'm not getting invested in a champion who can't beat Batista. Like, you're not building up Booker to be the fucking all-star great world champion. He beat Bray because Chavo blasted him with fucking jet. Now he can't beat Batista because Batista good. And even JBL was like, yeah, but Batista has wrestled in 8 months. Still can beat Booker T, the world champion.
The funny thing is, the story they're telling on commentary did not match the match. I know that sounds very wanky, but literally, JBL's going, Batista hasn't wrestled in 8 years. He's literally the underdog. He hasn't wrestled in 8 years, 8 months, sorry. He's just come back from surgery. He's only been wrestling for a month. It's a great story. But the story that the wrestlers are telling is, Batista hurt me. Jamel, stop him. Please, Jamel,
Yes.
Mom.
So it is just another one, a long line of screwy finishes. Like I said, you buy the pay-per-view, you're like, why the fuck aren't we getting that?
I understand.
Like, we've been building on, oh, this is the outcome, right?
I understand how wrestling was a lot different 20 years and go back to One Bill Phil. But the thing is, still, even 20 years ago, you paid would be $50. You have to deliver because this is prime group CW. Like, you watch CW in '99, you get one good match, and then the next match, oh, Scott Steiner interfered. Will that come back to help Rick Steiner? And then Scott Steiner has a match. What's Rick Steiner doing out here, guys? And it's God.
Like, you don't, basically, I think it's the idea, you don't want to treat your fans like fucking dickheads. You know, you want to feel like they're valued, you want to feel they got value for their money. And by not giving clean results, it's just like, you know, you can have a cup, have one or two, like fucking like 6 out of 7. That's come on, you can't fucking do that. But
It's also I understand Booker T is a five-time WCW World Champion, but like he's your new World Champion, like, and you guys great the World Champion. You literally had like the mom come in and be like, Batista, you naughty bugger, you're hurting my son, and jump on his back, like, and it's just like, what are you doing? Because you have to build your World Champion. Like, if you have your World Champion go out every week.
I mean, they just did the example of what not to do having Rey Mysterio world title.
Yes, where he came out every week after Greg Ollie. And at the pay-per-view, he's like, oh, you little bugger, I'll bully batter you now. And like, and they're doing this with Booker T, and I'm like, can you not book 2 world champions?
Yeah, and I suppose after the match, the book went to attack Batista came out on top, and then realised at the end that he won by disqualification. So yeah,
Not only does Booker T look on, but so does Batista.
the old Batista bomb.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother. He was called Batista. From the fucking like Degeneration. Brick. Oh, that was good. It's them versus Shawn Michaels. The Shawn Michaels.
Oh, someone said be the Young Buck.
DX defeated Shane McMahon and in a really stupid, went on way longer than it should have. Like it was nearly long. It was longer than pretty much 5 other matches on the show.
Right. I understand if this was like no more, because you can get away with DX by Shane and Finn. Oh, but here comes the Spirit Squad. Here comes Umanga. Here comes Regal. Here comes Ken Anderson or Ken Kennedy or Big Show and Big. And it's like, why are you doing this on Summer? Like, the fans paid.
Do it Raw.
Yeah. The fans paid to see Shane and Vince ass whooped. A lot of people now would look back at this and go, Vince should have got his ass whooped. Let's be honest.
I will say the way they structured this match though was a bit of fun. Obviously, the fucking jobbers beat Shawn, and then they proceed, and then Vince and Shane proceed to do like all of like the tag team best hits. They hit like fucking Heart Foundation, then they hit the demo, like they hit the fucking smash, whatever the fuck they're called. You know, they hit all these like famous fucking like finishes, tag finishes. You know, it was good fun, and they execute them really well. Like they did a really good job of actually pulling them off from. But suppose it's for but seeming to be disrespectful. They really put the effort in to make the food.
I honestly, we all hate Vince McMahon, but my God, does he know how to fucking like work a crowd? Essentially, like I would be scared if he's holding me, because like he is strong. I know he would be strong, but at the same time, he's like 50 or mid-50s there. Like, hold me, hold me, Vince, hold me. Oh, he's dropped me on my head. But my God, I love Vince as the wrestler because I think so. He's one of the in kayfabe he has to be one of the worst, and he would be one of the worst wrestlers. Him and Shane, because they're huge.
Hey, Shane is great. He's the best wrestler.
Oh, sorry, on Bill Phil. Yeah, and also Vince famously is a 2-time world champion, which will get in 07.
Yeah. This match though, it went 13 minutes. It got more time, really should have, but eventually finishes with Vince. It is Vince who like takes the super kick and a pedigree.
He actually like sells the pedigree pretty good. I don't have to.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing is like the Spirit Squad come out, and I just find the DX fights off the Spirit Squad. They fight off the Squad, and then immediately, dan, 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 Regal comes out,
Yeah.
and the way you look at me is like a weird perspective. Just looking up at me. Uh, uh, and then, like, obviously, Fun Lee comes out, and Ken Anderson, and Kennedy comes out, and they batter Triple H. And I'm like, in 2006, I know Triple H is a tag team wrestler now, but in 2006, multi-time world champion, battered by Finley, Regal, and Anderson for Kennedy,
An extreme picture.
and then eventually Extreme Big Show. It's just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, but it was a match that never got mad. Did
And if you're right for the comeuppance, because basically we get to, I think, Unforgiven next month. Where famously, we probably can't put it as the thumbnail, but we can try. Where obviously the head of the art, what happened, it's up to
yeah, of
eating
course.
shit.
And yeah, that kind of rounds all the main event. Edge versus John WWE time. And I think I would go with the final match. I think the final match is decent enough. It's just coming off the back of all of the other shit. Like, it just doesn't feel as cool. It's just hard to enjoy what we're seeing. We're just fucking fed up. We're just fed up of this stupid screwy finish and shit coming. Boring matches. Just punch, kick, headlock, punch, kick, headlock, finish.
This match, like, it's still the same match as the other matches on the card, basically. There's a lot, again, there's a lot different 20 years ago. They're not all going out going, Dave Meltzer going to write 5 stars, wait till you see. Then Omega puts Hannah. That's going to write 10. See that? You get it. That right. I understand wrestlers were a lot different 20 years ago. They weren't supposed to be wrestlers. It was the story.
Yeah.
It was the story that get you through. But again,
Like, obviously, like, at this time, wrestling was still more or less free.
kind of. I want to say kind of, because for 10 years on, 9 years on from the screw job, it, these people say is the JK type job.
Yeah, but I don't believe that though. Like, growing up at the time, it's like, oh, wrestling's real. What are you wrestling? Like, we're still a conversation at the time. Still old child, really. So it's obviously it's not about trying to wrestle your 5-star match. It's just about trying to fucking do the story. And I was saying this was what now. Obviously nowadays, pretty much everybody is a really strong wrestler as a whole, and but back in the day, we had some less like not good wrestlers. John Cena. Like, you needed the extra bias. You needed the story to carry a lot of the, oh yeah, I want to see the fight. But at the end, like, at the end of the day, you never really got really full match down.
It thing it's still the fallout from the Attitude Era, because everyone, like, except for excluding the main event, half the match for filler at the Attitude Era. The main event was Austin's been hit by a car, then his legs have been broken, and then he was thrown into the sea. And then you know what happened to him? His head got set on fire. And it's like, how's Austin gonna come back from this?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then he comes back, he beats up. But like in 2006, it's like, hey, you slept with my girlfriend. There you go, mate. I'll see you at Summerslam. And it's,
I did. I
and it's just the scene is literal. Objective here is, hey, yes, I want your belt. I didn't
there
get
was
my
more
belt.
story to it. This feud fairly well
Yeah.
done. Not be
But
that fucking negative bad. But where it does come to cause a problem is Cena looks like he's about to win, but It's basically ends up with a screwy finish. Edge having brass up, uses faculty head and takes 15 minutes 41. It was like teased, like, oh no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to get disqualified. Don't want to get disqualified. It kept interfering. Don't want to get disqualified, and then uses brass up anyway. But this, if there was any like finish that did genuinely earn it in terms of back storytelling, probably.
I also want to say that famously Vince threw a hissy fit on the Raw before this. You don't know, Edge just told this story on Instagram Raw where he originally, because this after the actual race batter was at John Senior, and famously he thought like showed hints footage. Al, I don't like the Edge obviously like the Edge would so John Senior would basically be like, hey you Edge, what are you doing in my house? Then Edge obviously would have a line, but instead of be, I hate you John Cena, and it's like you had to dub over it, and it's just like like it's watching an anime dub and you're like, hate you.
Yeah, fair enough.
But again, John Cena and Edge did have great chemistry. I know I did basically shit on the feud, but hey, we're not in a good time for it. I don't care. Like even in 2006, I don't. You can be a ruthless aggression fan, but be real with me. I mean, when Tonka is on your card, when Tonka is on your roster in 2006, you know something's gone wrong.
Yeah, it was devoid of quality. It was, like I said, if you make people expect a screwy finish, you're kind of losing your legitimacy, I guess. Losing your, okay, does this matter? Because I might get fucking shit up. Like, has to matter. And that's it that they run into. There we are. That the SummerSlam 2006, a card, be ambiguous on what builds into it. Like, oh, yeah, it was great, have fun with it. Big part of some get get mood. They're not fucking. It felt like our time was wasted. Fucking shit.
Obviously, I'm not gonna like. Obviously, if you're like, we can sit here back the root is great. But lads, we grew up in the trenches. Me and Ash grew up with Vladimir Kozlov or Santino Morella. Like, and I know Ash wants to say it's great. It was on Superstars in 2011 on the 26th of September. Great match, 5 minutes. But in all seriousness, we bashed on the root of aggression here. We did grow up with like Santino's fighting Great Khali because he has a cobra and Jinder has a flute. Okay, right. I know that, but even in 2006, they don't have the stars because the only they have is and Batista. But and Undertaker obviously. Yeah, but
Nice, but he isn't quite at the level.
He's not at the level. It's only really Cena. Batista.
I think it is to be after all the Undertaker, where he kind of manages to break through, become a lot better.
Like obviously there is still the mega stars like Triple H, Shawn.
Yeah, but obviously they're tag team. But yeah, it's a definite, like, you can tell that there's a decent chunk on the card. They are trying to move the pieces around, figure out what works. It's just they've not quite settled on it yet, which is why the whole finish is stupid, because they don't know what to do just yet. And I'd love for them to fucking figure it out, because so far, what, 2 for 2 in like regular WWE 2006 pay-per-views, they both fucking shit.
Even the Vengeance, we watched Vengeance live, that was it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But again, it's the same thing where a road discretion fan can look at us and go, well, you grew up with shit. You had Santino, you had Santana Marella, you had Justin Gabriel, you had Evan Bourne. These losers, you Kofi Kingston, who like in 2011, and it's like, yeah, but even in the Rules Aggression era, still had a lot of shit. I understand it was still generally more famous, but
I
it's
mean, I
just
think it was a lot more carried by the edge that the product had at the time, rather than the fucking other than the actual like production back stuff. I do think that is obviously the angle that we're missing because it's not fucking edgy as it was back then. It's not fun. We're not like we're not generally in that mindset, and so it's hard to fully tap into. But I think as a whole, SummerSlam 2006 was a pretty good show. We were just, you know, we like real and honest, pretty shit show. And
again, if you grew up with the rules for wrestling, you could say this is great. That's your own opinion. But when we're looking at it as a 20-year-old and a 23-year-old who most grew up 2011, 2012, that kind of WWE, we are missing, like I understand we're missing a lot of story, not watching Raw, SmackDown, we're only watching the E, C, fucking W.
it's a lot of the nostalgia is hard to buy in,
Yeah.
and that's probably the biggest problem because, like I said, like watching 2011, you have to buy in that hard time. It's like obviously there are differences here. Differences maybe aren't like being seen, but ultimately an unremarkable show. What felt, I think it doesn't happen. We did build it up a little bit as well.
Like, I generally thought the only two matches that stunk about were Hogan and Orton because I've heard negative things about Hogan and Orton for obvious reasons. Of course, Orton match and Hogan, oh, gammy knees affecting me now. Bench, oh, maybe I can't hit the leg. Oh, there's an extra chair on top of my knees. And then obviously the Flair Foley match where it's like Flair's 50 years old and he looks like a Sharpay puppy. He looks like when you stretch Play-Doh out. Just Flair. Like that's what he generally looks. He stretched Play-Doh
That's
out.
how Hogan's like a hot dog.
Hogan's like a fractured trapezius.
Um, but yeah, I suppose with all that, I think it's been a decent chunk of now time to send it off for the thing. This has been our review of SummerSlam 2006 bonus episode in ECW podcast. I want to thank you for joining us and thank you for watching one more match. Make sure to check all of the other videos coming up on the channel. We've got ideas flowing and hope you enjoyed the special edition of the ECW podcast. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then.